Gump, put your pecker away. We're about to start a video.
I'm gonna turn the TV off then. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Welcome to the Bow Cave. The Exalt. Dave. This thing's a tank, but it shoots.
All right. Honestly, what are your first impressions of it?
It is a heavy ass bow.
She's a girthy girl.
Definitely girthy, but it's not an unwarranted girth. It's balanced. It's one of the best balanced bows I've shot in a long time. Hand shock makes the lift and the phase 4 look like an old technology. These guys just knocked it out of the park with this guy. Plus, the rail system on the bottom and the top limb here, awesome. I dig it. I dig it a lot.
You did not like my bipod.
No.
No. It's a little too. It's not wide enough.
No, it doesn't give you enough stability. I'm sure Elite will come out with something that's a hell of a lot better than what they got.
Yeah. A hell of a lot lighter too.
Well, be better.
Yeah.
Either that or you need to find something off Amazon that's cheap.
Yeah. This is how you know someone has bigger testicles than you. They've got a wall rack full of trad bows.
And Robin Hoods. With the said trad bows. The only reason I shoot compound is because it's a struggle in comparison.
Yeah, let's put on a peep, and I'll have you judge. Oh, Jesus Christ, what was that?
That was all the
light. All the light.
The sunlight in here.
Yeah, I'll have you judge my my initial setup job.
I shall. We'll put the old Bow Cave Super Tune on her.
There you go.
I want you to draw back and figure out where you're comfortable.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. All right. Keep me my silver Sharpie, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Draw back.
I was like, which side do you want me to be on?
Close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Comfortable. Line up your sight. Line up your everything.
Right there.
Okay. Where's my finger?
Above. Nope. Lower. 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 Right in between there.
Like right there.
No. Lower. 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 It's way lower.
Your sight.
Yep.
Well, fire, you've been home too long.
We take out some drywall, buddy.
Nah.
I think. I'm weird. A lot of people have their release like this. I like to fully.
You're right.
Get it all the way up there.
All the way.
And then I like to be like this knuckle is like right by my ear.
Yeah, you're a weirdo.
I am a weirdo, but that's why they call me Creepy Dave.
Creepy Dave. Great success.
Creepy Dave.
Alright. Back, back, back. Finger. Where are we at?
Lower. Right there. In between your finger. Just do a mark on the top of your finger and the bottom of your finger. And it'll be right there.
Perfect. Let's go.
Oh, is it right there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy.
Well, we do have a bow holder for a reason. Oh, I don't know if the... That'll hold. You know, the short amount I've had this bow press, I've gotten more use out of it in 3 months than I know what to do with.
Oh, I bet, dude. Who'd you get this from?
MFJJ.
Okay.
Josh, thank you for the sale. It was a great deal.
We got our 2 bow presses from him as well on sale. You know, this is one of those weird things where you can't do it on your own
No.
as much as you'd like to. Installing a peep, you can't do it on your own. You have to have somebody else.
You have to have somebody that knows what they're doing and how to set everything up.
Well, not only that, but like you can't mark your string
No.
where it's supposed to be.
It's harder than hell to sit there and figure all this shit out without somebody else to do it for you. I've tried over the years, and it's made some really disastrous outcomes.
Because you can do it by yourself, but eventually you're gonna have something where
There's an issue.
there's an issue, but also you're gonna put it where you want it to be instead of where it needs to be.
Yeah. It's not like I really need to press it that hard, but still like to have it all in the right spot. The peacocks are out.
Fucking peacocks.
This I just like having in there because it makes life a little bit easier. All right. Now I gotta remember how they go. I do this every time.
It took me. I'm not joking. It took me 20 minutes to put on D-loop the other day.
Really?
Yes, because it was yeah. It was the pre-cut one that I did myself, and because I'm stupid, it took me 20 minutes, and I was like, that took me way longer than it should have.
Well, that happens. Good job, Dave.
Ooh, my stomach's in the way.
Yes. That's why I did that. Kind of like a D-loop turner just in case. That way we can, as you drop back, it'll and that should be good. All right. Now, surgeon's not on there, so we can adjust it if need be.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're tying anything in, wax the shit out of it. Helps it from coming apart, and it gives it a whole lot better hold. Watch out. Let me get-
Oops, sorry. Trying to.
Guess I need a better pair of. It's bad when you end up doling out razor blades on shit.
on bullshit.
Yeah. All right, let's test her out. We've got one in there. One should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, one should be fine.
I move. We've got what, 3 feet to
Yeah.
retrieve it from?
Well, I'm talking about draw stops.
Oh, okay.
We got one in. One will be fine. Up, down, up. And fire it.
But this is where you can't do this yourself because you're gonna bias. You're gonna bias yourself towards wanting it to be where you want it to be and not where it should be.
Yeah. If you have somebody else sitting there yelling at you,
yeah,
it makes a huge difference.
Perfect. That's right there. It's difficult to see inside, but I think that's right there.
Give you some light.
Hey, we've got some professional lighting. Somebody has some, and I know.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I may have to buy some just to keep here to work on shit.
You know what? There's some really cheap Amazon lights out there, camera lighting out there that's really, really good. Yeah, that's right there.
Perfect. Let's leave that just the way it is. We
Yep.
won't tie in up or down. Make sure we don't have any string stretch because these are stock Winner's Choice strings.
Yep.
And they do tend to stretch once in a while.
Well, that's why I shot 100 arrows through it before we even contemplated doing this. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, like right now, that peak twist is perfect. I was able to see through it, and you know, if we need to move it later on, we can move it. But I'd say right now,
It's where you want it.
it's where I want it, especially since, you know, having another person here to say, hey, close your eyes and let it appear where it appears. Perfect. Well, you want to check the rest of my tune job?
I shall.
Check 13/16 and stuff like that.
That I can do. I love those knots.
I do too. It's the best knot ever.
It's the only way to go. We're a little bit in.
A little bit in.
A little bit in. You're about a ½ inch right there.
½ inch. What? From the edge of the riser?
To the middle of the arrow.
What the fuck, dude? I swear that was 13/16, dude.
Okay. Okay. Sure thing there, bud. Sure thing there, bud.
I swear to Christ that was 13/16, dude.
I mean, you look at it. Now that I'm sitting here and I look at it, I can tell it's in a little bit. But
Damn it.
call that about perfect.
A ½ inch. What the fuck, dude?
All right, I want you to come back here and look at this the way you set it up.
You know what? It could be that I just can't read a fucking tape measure, dude.
There's a reason why I put the red mark on there. That way it's...
God damn it.
I do enough of this shit, it makes it just quick and easy to remind myself where 13/16 is. Because there may or may not be beers involved at times. As I take a drink of beer.
You know what? I'm going to take a drink of beer as well.
along with all my custom-made stubby wrenches.
But I'll tell you what, I was watching the arrow as it was flying down range today, and it was like
Kicking?
No, it was not. So
Well,
but here's the thing. It might be that arrow, like from I'm used to watching Hoyts kick, and it could be that like the normal kick of an arrow from like an elite
is nowhere near what your normal kick should. Well, a Hoyt is a Hoyt.
Yeah.
You don't want to Hoyt yourself. I mean, that's just plain and simple. Come on, bud. We all know that.
Yeah. All right, Gumpo, I gotta ask you your opinion about this. So when you put this thing on here right there, it puts a downforce on it because of the weight.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do about that not being level because it's a weighted thing on the end of your arrow?
I normally get it as close to possible. If you're really that worried about it. I mean,
See, I put it right here because it's far enough away. I don't know. Because my problem is that the bubble on the string and the bubble on the end of the arrow is not even close to being close.
I've never had an issue with that.
Have you not? I have.
I mean, you look at it right now, perfect. So, I mean, if this thing that weighs half an ounce makes that big of a difference, I really don't know if it does. But, yeah, you're perfect right now with your levels.
Okay, good. There's one thing that I didn't fuck up. It could be that I can't read a tape measure,
Could be.
which would not surprise me.
Now, this guy, until my other vice comes in, I got to work my magical shims. Sight's a little bit off.
I didn't mess with the sight at all.
You didn't do
because
shit with the sight?
I didn't do the shit with the sight because I wasn't gonna mess with it until
You got to peep in, and
yeah, exactly,
that's why you brought it here.
exactly.
UV uses.
Well, here's the thing. I will give it to UV. They do label all their axes and all their adjustments.
Yeah.
Which is super simple.
Oh, it's so much nicer.
Yeah. Ooh, you got the stubby guy
I got the
from Harbor Freight.
Harbor Great. Best shit on the planet.
What do you think of this sight?
I do like it. It's very robust for a slider.
I do as well. It was marketed as the sight with no weaknesses.
Yeah, there's still weaknesses to every sight.
The only issue that I have seen is the sight lock. It will lock when you shoot it, so you have to unlock it before you adjust again. That's the only thing I've noticed about it. The other thing that I have seen that is a little bit weird is the bubble is very long and it goes past the scope housing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you draw it back, you don't know, and I can normally tell whether I'm level or not. You know, I'm there's some people who can't hang a picture without a level. I can normally figure out if I'm level or not. Sometimes that bubble will disappear into the sides here, and you can't tell where it is. So you can't tell whether you're left or right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just a little bit long, but that's nitpicking it.
No, I thought that was the right one. It is the right one.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I was noticing about this this site. Normally with the Echelon, that bubble comes out straight as an arrow when I draw it, and I don't even have to think about it. With this thing, the bubble was going all the way to the right.
It just got Loctite on it like a son of a bitch.
Yeah, that sound always scares the hell out of me, dude.
Especially with what you paid for this site.
I know shit, dude. The old bike vice.
Yep. It's not perfect, but it works.
It does work. Your beer cusey shins.
Coasters have a good place. You never know when you might need them. Go. Level there, level there. Beer break.
Let me know if you need another one, man.
I shall. But I think that's good. Scale of 1 to 10, this thing's great.
8 out of 10, because nothing is a 10, and you want to leave room for 9.
I would say this is probably a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
If it wasn't for the pain in the ass of breaking the screws.
Loctite, yeah.
Because no bow is going to come. You're never going to get a bow that needs to be Loctited right away.
Yep.
And I don't think you ever should Loctite a sight on a second or third axis, first, second, or third axis to begin with. Because sometimes things change.
Yep.
You know, that's one thing I kind of do like, is because when the way the bubble moves on this thing, you can see if everything's moving in sequence when you adjust your third.
Mm-hmm.
There. Should move. Now you got to recite your 20 in.
That's fine. It's not even sighted in yet.
But that's not moving along with that, even at an extreme angle. See how the bubbles, each one of the bubbles is kind of the same. That's a good starting point for the third axis.
Sweet.
I kind of like to have the bubble offset so you can see it right on the line in sequence.
Yeah. Instead of in between two lines.
In between two lines, you can see the finite movement between the two. Matter. This guy's tight. It's time for beer. The only thing left is to truly set the third axis.
Yeah. So, okay. Let me get a beer first. And let me show the prices of the Bow Cape Shop rates. There you go. All right. So, first axis. What is it?
Shit, you put me on the spot. I can't remember all of them. First axis is whether or not the sight is level onto the bow itself.
Okay.
I think. Or is that the second axis? I don't remember. But the first and second axis have to do with how the sight sits on the bow.
Okay.
And how it moves, blah, 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 blah. The third axis is how far the sight is in or out.
Okay.
And
that dictates the when it's downhill or uphill.
Yeah.
Because
if you're shooting straight flat surfaces your whole life, you don't need to worry about it.
Yep.
But if you're shooting 3D, hunting, anything like that, you've got to have that third axis settled so you can shoot at an angle like this, and that bubble is where your hand is level.
Yep.
Where that bow is level, and even like this.
Okay.
If you don't have that, you can't. It will shoot your shot right or left.
And that also depends mightily on your grip as well.
Oh, you can't set a third axis without it. I mean, that's kind of a great starting point.
And that's why even if you know how to set up your own bow, you need somebody else to be there while you do
Yes.
third axis.
Third axis, I mean, normally what I like to do is make everything level, have somebody draw down, and use a straight line and have them go up and down and look and make sure that while they go up and down, that bubble stays level. If it does not, if it moves one way or another, then it's time to adjust.
Okay.
But if you're correctly holding your bow, what I did right there should
minimize the effects
Yes.
of of doing that.
Should. But it's all also dependent on how you grip your bow.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not. You'd be amazed at how many people don't know fractions. And I know you know fractions.
Yeah, I do. But it pisses me off that I can't read it correctly. Now wait a minute. Is it the edge of the arrow or the middle of the arrow?
Middle of the arrow.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, dude. How the fuck did I fuck that up?
You put it to the edge of the arrow.
No, I didn't. I swear to Christ I didn't, dude.
You had to have.
I swear to God.
You
swear
fucking
to God,
had to
I did.
You fucking had to. You saw me, and I showed you before
I swear to Christ I didn't, dude.
No, man.
You know what the worst part about that? There was no beer involved that day. No beer involved.
That's your problem. Mind you, I'm not going to sit here and drink beer on everybody's boat build, but since it's you, an actual setting of the third axis.
Okay. We need to do another podcast in here.
When it cools down, that way the AC's not running.
Yeah. I mean, that's 2 weeks.
Yeah, right about. Right, now comes the difficult part. Not sure how we're going to be able to film this one.
What are we filming?
You got to have your bow.
Oh, I've already got it set up.
All right.
Yeah.
Camping gear. He's part of the drywall that we end up putting a hole in it. I can fix. I'm going to have you draw back.
Okay.
I want you to go all the way up and kind of make sure the levels stay all the way through. Okay. And then we're going to move the sight. I'm going to stand on this side of you and move the sight while we're at it.
So how do you want me to not bias myself? What do you want me to focus on besides the bubble?
Focus on your grip.
Okay.
Focus on your grip.
Do you want me to focus on this and keeping this level?
Keep this. I want you to kind of focus on your grip.
Okay.
Worry about your grip. And then we're going to move it up and down. Make sure we're good there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to probably have you let down. Because it is a lot of weight to hold, but 70 pounds.
I mean, it's not that bad, I'll be honest with you.
Draw back, make sure everything's level, focus on your grip. Move all the way up to the top. Everything kind of moving in sync.
Mm-hmm.
Move all the way down. Everything's kind of staying in sync. Okay. Yeah.
That was like both those bubbles were moving
Exactly the same.
exactly the same.
Okay. I want you to do it again, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to want you to kind of pay attention because I'm going to move the sight. Let's move the sight all the way down.
Okay.
And see if it does the exact same thing. Focus
Okay.
on your grip, focus on, and focus on the bubble. That's like the lower limit of your sight. All the way up, all the way down. Pretty much staying in sync?
Yep.
Okay, we're good.
It was hard to see the sight bubble because this was covering
Anyway.
it, but I could still see it.
Interesting.
Now you actually have a site with an actual third axis set properly.
No shit, dude. Yeah.
Now you're gonna kick my ass. More so than you already do.
You know what I say? Kill them with 10s, dude. You don't need 12s. Just kill them with 10s.
You know, the bad part is everybody goes, well, who do you go to tune your bow? Well, me. And they're like, he doesn't shoot worth a shit, though. I forgot more than most people have learned.
Oh, shit, dude.
I'm fucking hard as a rock right now.
Huh?
Hard as a diamond.
You need to do one last step.
What?
The tags.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'll do the tags tomorrow when I go to the range.
Yeah.
Because that's the ritual. Take off the tags once everything's complete.
Yeah, I like that book. I mean, I am.
You're hard as a diamond right now, dude.
Well, I really kind of. The next boat build will hopefully be an ultralight backpacking, backcountry boat. And it's not the setup that anybody's going to think it's going to be. It's going to throw. You see all this shit that I shoot. You're going to see me throw everybody in the world for a loop when I build this thing.
You better tell me about that immediately once you buy it, dude.
It's going to be something epic. It's going to throw the world for a loop. Just because. Fuck them, that's why.
Because fuck them. Your bow case is going to be heavier than your damn bow, dude.
Yeah.
Twice as heavy.
If not 3 times as heavy. Definitely a lot of weighing involved.
Yeah.
In components.
All right, buddy. I know you're not a dad, but do you have any dad advice?
Don't take wooden nickels.
What?
Don't take wooden nickels.
Wooden nickels?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, dude.
I don't know. I heard it from my dad.
Thank you, buddy. I love you.
Love you too.